What is up, YouTube? This is RobotnikIsSexy, and this is the first match that I had with my little friend who goes to school in Greece that I just happened to meet at a totally random interval. Just messaged him and he replied right away saying, "Sure, let's battle." And let me tell you, it is really quite the match. It is even more epic than the one I posted yesterday, if you can believe that. He's got the most weird-ass, unpredictable team ever. He's got what looks to be half of a sun team, and then a couple totally random Pokemon. Like, Mamoswine doesn't benefit from sun at all, so that is completely crazy. I thought he would outspeed me, but he didn't, so sucks for me. So we both get rocks up. Doesn't matter too much. Send out Rotom here, and it's a double switch, and he goes into his which, for all I know, that's the Greece name for Archeops. Uses the frickin' Stone Edge, and it does a ton of damage. I barely survived that. But I Specs Volt Switch him out of there and go into Jim Henson, who can either U-turn with his Scarf or pretty much take on anything. Goes into Scyther for whatever reason. I suppose it was a mega bulky Scyther with Evilite, and it thought that it might live long enough to bug bite me, which would do a considerable amount of damage. But unfortunately for it, I am packing the Fire Blast. Now I know from experience, personal Mamoswine experience, that unless he is Choice Banded, I can live one. And I was really crossing my fingers, and I do live by the skin of my teeth. And yeah, lucky number 16, and Fire Blast that thing out of there. Looking pretty good. This is looking like a really boring match where I just take down his whole team, but wait till you see what happens next. He brings out Drought Tails. I decide, well, might as well fire off some Fire Blasts, because I'm going to, if I switch out, I'll get killed by rocks. But he Calm Minds with his really curious move. Don't know why he did that. Uses Solar Beam. I suppose he wanted to bulk up, so he was stronger on the next upcoming Pokemon, but his health is so low that the special defense boost is not going to help it any. And I go into Scizor, and I do that Steel Gem powered Bullet Punch, which is overkill. So that's bye-bye Ninetales. And I'm looking pretty good, but in rolls in Flamer, who is in its nature a Magmortar, and I'm thinking, hey, that's cool, I'll Death Fire off this little guy. But it doesn't even work. He misses Fire Blast, which is actually going to come in very handy later. Just wait till you see. Because send up Bozo, and I'm like, hey, that's cool, I got the Bozotros, this is alright, and I can take one. And then I begin to discover that this is a Choice Specs Magmortar. And then I begin to discover I don't really have anything for it. And I was like, hey, that kind of sucks. So I figure I'll use Curse and do some kind of damage to him that way, but he gets a critical hit. So that is my biggest defensive wall taken out in the twinkling of an eye. It's down to Mew here, and just barely take that Fire Blast. Luckily I don't get burnt, and I roost off some damage. And yeah, get some lefties recovery, and that's always good in the hood. And he goes for another Fire Blast, and I live on 6. 4. I live on 4 HP, which is pretty cool. And basically, I am stalling out his Fire Blast PP. And I'll tell you what, if he hadn't missed, stalling out his PP would be pretty darn hard. And, okay, so I can't take another Fire Blast. There's no way. It's impossible. And I'm thinking, hey, maybe he'll miss. But he has no PP left. And then I realize that, just the one single turn of pressure from my Dusclops was enough to bring his PP down to 0. And so I go about the glorious process of sword dancing 3 times while he kills himself with incredible struggle recoil. And that's basically what happens. He does some small damage and takes himself out in 3 turns, which gives me the perfect opportunity to sword dance 3 times. Goes into Venusaur, Stealth Rock damage, no Focus Sash is going to mess me up. Bullet Punch his face, and that is one good game. And that is down to the wire. 1-0. And yeah, that's the match, YouTube, so see you later.